You've worked far too hard for your peace of mind to be negotiable. If you're over 60 and stepping back into the dating world, this could save you money, energy, and a lot of unnecessary stress. I'm a physician specializing in men's health, vitality, and relationships after midlife. Here we talk about clarity, strength, and smart partnerships because the way you date shows up in your blood pressure, your sleep, and ultimately your health. Today, I want to walk you through three subtle relationship patterns that quietly drain good men. They don't start off as dramatic or chaotic. In fact, they can seem warm, reasonable, even caring, and that's exactly why they can be so dangerous. I'll show you how to recognize them early, what you can say in the moment, and then I'll share a simple 90-day safety plan that makes dating calmer, clearer, and far more respectful of your well being. Before we dive in, I want to be clear this is not about blaming women. It's about protecting yourself from unhealthy dynamics that can take a toll on your peace, your health, and your closest relationships. Balanced, grounded, wonderful women absolutely exist, and you deserve someone who adds to your life, not someone who slowly drains it. The first draining profile I call the crisis cycler. She doesn't usually ask directly for money. Instead, emergencies pop up. Her car suddenly needs an urgent repair. A strange bank issue ties up her account, or her adult child has a sudden emergency. Each event sounds legitimate, even urgent. You help once, and she thanks you warmly. But then another crisis arrives, and another after that. The baseline never improves unless you keep stepping in. The red flags are hard to miss if you look closely. She tells very detailed stories about what went wrong, but gives vague answers about her actual financial picture or what long-term plan she has. You are praised for being the one who steps up, but her situation never stabilizes. Sometimes there are even subtle comparisons to how other men helped her in the past. What's happening here is a psychological loop called intermittent reinforcement. It's the same cycle behind gambling addiction. Your brain starts associating helping her with closeness, and that can be very hard to break. One simple line you can use is, I don't do financial favors early on. If we build trust over time, we can revisit this later. If that boundary gets resisted or turned into pressure, that's your signal to pause and reset. The second draining profile I call the constant alarm. She's not after your money. She's after your nervous system. Your evenings and weekends get hijacked by drama, late night panic calls, or vague health scares that seem to flare up exactly when you've made other plans. Missing a phone call becomes a moral failure. She has few long-term friendships, but endless crises. You hear long talks about symptoms, but very little follow-through on actual medical care or self-care. This matters because constant stress takes a real toll on your health. Repeated adrenaline spikes can raise your blood pressure, disturb your sleep, and leave you exhausted. Research shows that older men who experience financial or emotional exploitation often carry higher blood pressure for years, raising their risk of heart disease and stroke. If you notice your resting heart rate or sleep quality has declined since the relationship began, pay attention. Your body may be telling you the truth before your mind wants to admit it. A respectful boundary you can set is, I care about you, but I keep healthy boundaries. After 9 p.m., my phone is off unless it's a true emergency. A healthy partner will respect your time and your rest. The third draining profile is what I call the fast integrator. At first, it feels flattering. She's eager to meet your kids, join family events, and blend into your routines. It feels like love, but sometimes it's strategy. Before you realize it, poker night is called immature, your time with grandchildren is labeled excessive, and your morning routine is criticized as rigid. Slowly, your life gets reorganized around her pace and her preferences. The red flags are when she moves into your family and social circle faster than intimacy has developed between the two of you. You start facing choose me or them moments within months. She remembers every slight from your circle, but conveniently forgets her own. Healthy love should expand your life, not confiscate it. A boundary you can use is, I move slowly when it comes to family. Let's enjoy each other for 90 days before we blend circles. If she resists or pulls back at that, you just protected yourself. Now let's talk about the 90-day safety framework. This is a simple tool that keeps you from being pulled into unhealthy patterns before trust has even been built. For the first 90 days, do not give money, do not co-sign, and do not enter financial collaboration. Hold off on family integration, no vacations together, no babysitting grandchildren, no merging of friend groups. Protect your anchors, your sleep, your exercise, your hobbies, your spiritual or community commitments, and your time with family. Put them on your calendar and keep them firm. Pay attention to reality, not just feelings. Write down if crises, requests, and follow through match what she says. Finally, notice whether she has her own support system, friends, interests, and healthy outlets, or whether she expects you to be her entire emotional foundation. Think of this framework as clarity over chemistry. It doesn't kill romance, it protects it. After 90 days, if you've seen consistency, you can build on it together. So, what does healthy love look like after 60? A partner who is transparent about her finances, not necessarily wealthy, but honest. A woman with friendships that have lasted for years. Someone with steady interest rather than urgency. Someone who respects your roots and your routines. And most of all, someone whose presence makes you feel lighter, more yourself, and whose effect is noticed by the people who love you most. Here's a powerful early question you can ask. What does a good week look like for you when I'm not available? A healthy partner lights up describing her own life. An overly dependent one freezes or redirects the question back to you. If any of these patterns sound familiar, please hear me clearly. You are not naive, you are human. What matters now is resetting the pace, holding your boundaries, and stepping away if pressure replaces respect. Your peace is not optional, your health is not negotiable, and your golden years should be golden, not another cautionary tale. If this message helped you, please subscribe so more men can find clarity instead of chaos. Share a boundary that has worked for you. You never know whose life you might improve by doing so. And next week, I'll be talking about 5 green flags that show a woman is truly ready for a relationship after 60, along with 3 questions you can ask on the first 3 dates that reveal character quickly. Stay wise, stay kind, and I'll see you soon. This video is for education only and does not replace medical, legal, or financial advice.